There is one feature on Amazon that can literally double your book sales. It is free, it takes less than an hour to set up, and it is available to every single KDP offer right now. But here is the insane part. 90% of offers either completely ignore this feature or they use it so badly that it actually hurts their conversions. And the fix here, it is not about writing better copy. It is not about finding fancy words. The secret is saying less, way less. I am talking about A+ content. That section right here underneath the product description where Amazon lets you add images, graphics, and comparison charts directly to your listing. Now here is what most offers believe. They think A+ content is basically a second product description. So they copy their blurb, throw in a stock photo, maybe add a quote, and call it a day. That is dead wrong. And I will show you exactly why in a second. After analyzing hundreds of successful A+ content pages across different niches, I found a clear pattern. The ones that actually convert do not use more text. They tell a visual story in under 10 seconds. And they all follow the same psychological structure. So today I am going to break down my exact 4-block framework for A+ content that sells. We will cover the psychology behind why most A+ content fails. We will walk step by step through building each block in Canva for free. And I will also show you an AI shortcut that cuts the time in half. And then we will upload everything to KDP together. So let us get into it. Before we build anything, let me make sure we are on the same page about what A+ content actually is. When you scroll down on an Amazon book page, past the title and past the product description, you hit a section called From the Publisher. That is your A+ content. It is a stack of image modules, usually 970 pixels wide by 300 pixels tall. You can add visuals, text overlays, even comparison charts linking to your other books. And it is available for every KDP book. Fiction, non-fiction, low content, no content, every single one. But here is why this matters more right now than ever before. Amazon removed the look inside feature for low content and no content books. That means if you sell journals, planners, and so on anything in that category, buyers cannot preview your interior anymore. Therefore, A+ content is now the only way to show what is inside your book. Now let me tell you the biggest mistake I see, and I see it everywhere. Most offers treat A+ content like a second product description. They copy their text, paste it into the modules, slap a stock photo next to it and move on. But think about this for a second. By the time a reader scrolls down to your A+ content, what have they already done? They have already read your title, they have already scanned your description, so the last thing they want is more text. What they actually want is the answer to 3 simple questions. How does it look inside? Is it worth the money? Does it solve my problems? Those 3 questions need to be answered visually, not with paragraphs, not with bullet points, visually in under 5 to 10 seconds. That is the shift. Stop thinking like a writer, start thinking like a designer. Your A+ content is not a description, it is a billboard. But knowing what not to do only gets you halfway. You need a system, and that is exactly what the 4-block framework gives you. Here is the framework. 4 blocks, each one is 970 pixels wide by 300 pixels tall. They stack on top of each other on your listing. And each one has a specific psychological job. Block 1 is the hook block. This is your first impression. Its job is to grab attention and signal professionalism in about 2 seconds. You put your book cover on one side, a powerful hook statement on the other, and that is it. Think of it like a movie poster. One image, one line, and maximum impact. Block 2 is the value block. This is where you communicate your single strongest selling point. Not 5 points, not a list of features, one core value proposition, something like 50 step-by-step exercises or beginner to advance in one book. You can add a credibility badge in the corner, maybe supporting icons, but the message stays focused. Block 3 is the proof block. This is the money block. This is where you show actual pages from inside your book. Real screenshots, real layouts, real exercises. Not AI generated pages, not mock-ups of content that does not exist. Actual pages from your actual book. because this book answers the number one question every buyer has. What does it look like inside? And block 4 is the closer. This is where you seal the deal. A final benefit statement, a transformation visual, maybe a subtle arrow pointing down toward the buy button. And important here, no call to action text. Amazon will reject that. So 4 blocks: hook, value, proof, and closer. Each one answers a psychological need in the buyer's brain, and together they tell a complete visual story in under 10 seconds. Now that point was critical, but if you build these blocks without knowing what Amazon rejects, you will waste hours on content that never goes live. So let me save you that headache right now. Amazon has strict guidelines for A+ content, and they reject listings fast if you break the rules. So let me walk you through the big ones quickly. First, no call to action language. That means no buy now or no add to cart, no get yours today, and so on. Amazon flags this immediately. Second, no pricing or promotion language. Do not write affordable, do not write free bonus, do not write best deal. All will be rejected. Third, no time-sensitive language. New release or just launched, this month only, all of that gets flagged. Even mentioning holidays sometimes can be a problem. Fourth, no exaggerated claims without proof. You cannot say bestseller unless you have verified data. You cannot say number one or top rated without a source. And fifth, no customer reviews in your A+ content. You can use up to 4 quotes from known publications or public figures, but they need a source and a year, not random testimonials. So what does work? Descriptive statements like features 50 illustrated pages or includes guided exercises works well. Also, benefit focused language like learn to or discover how to or master the art of. These will also work as well. You can also use factual information like page count, format details, and content overviews. And last but not least, visual storytelling like mockups, interior screenshots, process illustrations, and so on. For image specs, your standard blocks are 970 by 300 pixels, as I mentioned. File size must be under 2 megabytes and use PNG for best quality, or you can also use JPEG. And the color space must be RGB, not CMYK. And make sure your text is large enough to read on mobile. Minimum 24 point for body text and 36 point or bigger for headlines. Keep these rules in your back pocket. Now let me show you how to build each block step by step. Okay, now open Canva, and a free account works perfectly here. You don't need a subscription, you don't need a paid version. The free account works well. Here on the left top, click on create a design, and then we go to custom size. Here for me it's in Germany, so you have to go to custom size, and here we type in 970 width and the height was 300. Then click on create design. You know that feeling? Sitting alone at your laptop and wondering, am I doing this right? Every other author seems to know the secret, except you. But that's not true. We are all fighting the same battle. That's why we built Bumblebee, not as just another tool, as your all-in-one command center. Keyword research, niche scout, sales insight, cover generator, and many more tools. Everything you need to understand what's working. So no more jumping between 10 different subscriptions. And a community of authors who get it. So you're not alone. Join us. Link is in the description. Here we have the first template. I already have created 4 templates for each block. Let me open that one. Here we have each block, and I have added these placeholders so I know where to put my cover, where to put my title, my benefits, and so on. And we have the first block here. We said that on the left side or on the right side, it's up to you. You can put in your cover, and on the other side you will have a short punchy hook headline. You can use max 10 words, or you can also use more words, but I wouldn't recommend you that. Below that we will have the value block. Here we have 1 main title and 3 benefits here why your book is good, and you can put whatever you like. I will put 3 benefits here, or you can also use 1 single benefit, but make sure that it's strong. you also have to make sure that you are not lying here. So put your benefits in here, but don't lie. The third block is here we have the proof block. You can add your book interior. You can add up to 3 interior pages. Select the pages that are visually nice, and if you have only text, then you can also put in only one single page so you can show how it looks like inside. So in my case, I have 3 placeholders here. You can put up to 3. And the last step is the closer block. Here we have a final benefit statement. You can put whatever you like in here. So all these placeholders, I will remove them and add my content. And for that, I already created for each block the text, the title, and the content. And if you watch my latest videos, I have created a series where I go from researching the niche up to publishing the book on Amazon. And currently we are live on Amazon. We also did the reviews and how to get reviews in the latest video, and in this video I will create the A+ content for this book. And here the first block I have created this title: A mother's heartfelt legacy for her son. Tell your story. So I will take that, go here and add it here. I also have the cover here. You can take a screenshot from your cover, or if you have it as a PNG, you can use it. We copy that, you can add it here, and after you added it in here, you can either remove the background and add a shadow. You can do that on Canva. If you go on edit and scroll down here, you can add a background shadow, or what you can do is simply take your cover and add it exactly here so it fits exactly onto that placeholder. You can adjust it so it's exactly on top of the placeholder. And now I have added the first block, the hook block. The next block is I also created 3 benefits in here. The first benefit is 100 guided prompts. The second benefit is photo and memento pages, and the third benefit is family heirloom. So I will add these as well. And as you see with the template I created, it's pretty easy. You can use this template for every book you publish and it will be always the same. So therefore you can use a template like this one. Here we have also 3 placeholders for icons. You can use whatever icon you like. It should have a relationship to the benefit. And on top of that, we have also a title. You don't have to add the title, but in this case, I like it. So therefore, I will add it here. And now to the icons, you can go to elements. You see here, I already searched for something. For the family heirloom, we can use a tree icon, something like this one. You have to make sure that if you don't have the pro account, that you use only images that don't have this premium tag here. So in this case, I have premium, so I can use it. And to do that, can remove the background and add this one. The next one is photo and memento pages. So we can here add a camera icon. Let's add that one. Let's see. I think this one looks pretty good. And for the first benefit, 100 guided prompts, I think we can add a simple book icon. This one is nice. I will make it a little bit smaller. Now you can either adjust it throughout the page. You can make it a little bit bigger. You can move that a little bit on top. So you don't need to use the exact template, but I did create this so I know, okay, how to place it and what to place on top of the A+ content. Then we can move on to the next one. Here we have the interior pages, and I already made some screenshots from the interior. So I will use these, copy, add, for example, this one, and then the next one as well, and the third one as well. Add these and place it exactly on top of the placeholder. Exactly the same thing we did on the first block. So like that. Okay, and the third one, nice. So as you see, I have added all the interior that I have. I have the prompt pages, I have the photo pages, and the titles here. So let's move on to the last block, and this is the final block, the closer. And I also have created the closer for that. Give the gift of your story a treasure he will hold forever. Copy that and paste it in here, and that's it. Now we have all 4 blocks. I know it's not that much right now, but you can always add images, you can add icons, you can add whatever you like. You can make it a little bit colorful. Right now it's only black and yellow. So therefore you can use whatever images you like, whatever colors, whatever fonts you like, but you have the template. I will add the template in the description so you can use this template in each book you want. Yeah, that's actually it. It would take you up to 45 minutes, sometimes 1 hour. It depends really on you, how good you are designing. Therefore, take your time in here, make sure that you have added everything correctly, and also don't lie with the benefits in here. Some people are putting in content that is not actually inside of the book, so that's not allowed. Okay, this was the manual part, so you can do that by yourself and you will have full control here, but it takes time, and if you are not good at designing, it can be very hard for you. So now let me show you a faster and better alternative to doing it by yourself. The alternative version is using an AI image generator. Now, before you skip ahead thinking AI cannot create authentic content, you're right. It should not. AI should never generate fake interior pages. Those must be real screenshots from your actual book, like here. But AI can create the design framework, everything all around. The backgrounds, the layouts, the visual compositions in literally 60 seconds. So let me show you how you can do that. So, okay, now I have also created 4 prompts for the AI. These are template prompts, so it's not copy and paste. You have to add the genre, the color scheme, and also your statements and so on, and delete the placeholders here. You can use these templates for each of your book. So here, genre, for example, is a guided journal, book cover, mockup on the left or on the right side. In this case, I will make it on the left side. The color scheme, whatever you like, maybe sage green and I don't know, soft cream, for example, would be good. Large bold text saying. Here, I will add the title here that I have created. Let's add it in here. And last but not least, we have also the background. If you have a specific pattern in mind, you can describe it here. But in this case, I will say only a gradient background. Okay, now I will take this one and we head over to Google AI Studio. If you did watch my latest video, you can watch it here. I mentioned Google AI Studio and they have the Nano Banana Pro image generator. And in my opinion, this is by far the best image generator in the market right now. So therefore, we will use the Nano Banana Pro. You have to create a paid API key, but don't worry, it's not paid. They give you 3 months of free credit, so you can use that in your books. I will add the prompt that I created, select the API key, select, and then click run. So now the AI will generate us the first block. Let's see what he will create. Okay, as you see here, he did create our first block and he added a placeholder book here. You can remove that or you can add your cover on top of that. But what I want to test out is let's give him the cover and let's see if he can put the cover instead of the placeholder. Let's add the cover instead of the placeholder book. Okay, let's see if he will be able to replace the placeholder cover with our cover. That's nice. So as you see, he did replace the placeholder with our cover and he also added the text, a mother's heartfelt legacy for her son. Tell your story. You can be very creative here. You don't need to use my prompt. Visually, you can say whatever you like. If you want the background to have a specific pattern or if you want a white background, a black background, if you want a specific font, whatever you like, you can tell the AI and he will generate it for you. Now I will do all the rest of the blocks as well and I will see you in a bit. I head back and created all 4 blocks, and for the first block I didn't really like the first version, so I changed a little bit the prompt and that's the final result. Now we have our book cover on the left side, our title on the right side, and actually I wouldn't want the subtitle here, so I would remove it in Canva myself or tell the AI so he can delete it and only leave the main title here. The next block is, as you see, the value block. He added 3 icons for me and also the benefits and the title, and he also added this perfect mother-son gift tag, and the background is also pretty nice. It's kind of like the interior design of my book. The third block is, you see, he added all the interior and these are actual screenshots of my real interior. So it's not made up by the AI. He also added a title here. And the last block is the closer. Here he added the title I gave him, the text I gave him, and also added these images in the background. In my opinion, it looks very, very good. I mean, you can say, okay, this is a blank journal, so maybe you can remove this one and tell the AI so he adds your journal instead, but I think that's actually too much for the AI. In my opinion, it looks pretty fine. So the final thing you have to do now is download each one, then go to the design here. Let's say go to the first design we added, add 4 blocks, and then add each one to the blocks. Now I will adjust the dimensions here. Perfect. So it fits right into the canvas and it fits perfectly. So he also did the dimensions right. It's actually crazy. Now, as you see, let's zoom out a little bit. Here you have the finished A+ content and you did it in 60 seconds. You can either use the AI or you can use Canva and do it yourself. You will have more control over your design, but let's be honest, the AI version looks way more better than my black and white version. I mean, I'm not that bad at designing. I could do that better. But if you want to do it in the same time that AI did it, and no chance that you can pull up this one in 60 seconds if you design it yourself. So therefore, the last thing now is to download this one. Therefore, go to download here, 970 by 300 PNG for best results. Then we will select all the pages. It's already selected. Then we click download. This will download my 4 blocks, and let's head over to KDP and add these to our book. Okay, time to upload your A+ content on Amazon. Log into your KDP dashboard for that. Come to your book and go to the paperback version. We have only the paperback version. And if you go to promote and advertise, this will open this page. And here you can scroll down to the A+ content. Here we select the marketplace, and for each marketplace you have to create A+ content individually. Then click manage A+ content. And here you go up there, start creating A+ content. Here we click on add module, but before that I will give it a name. It can be the title of your book followed by A+ content, for example. Then we click on add module, and here we select standard image and dark text overlay. I mean, you can also add other A+ content, but we have created the design for this one specific. Therefore, I will select this one, click on add background image, and here you can upload your first block. Add also alt text for accessibility, something like, I don't know, book cover with book statement, and leave the text overlay empty. I will tell you in a bit why. So now let's add the first image. Okay, here you see we have uploaded the first image. Let's also add alt text. I will only type in first. Voila, the first image is added. And as I said here, these input fields, if you leave it empty, your image will not have a text overlay on top of it. Now I will repeat this process 3 times, add the other images, and I will see you in a bit. Nice, I have added all the images now. And before you submit, click first on preview, go to the desktop version, make sure everything is crisp, aligned and professional, then switch to the mobile version. This is critical because over 60% of Amazon shoppers browse on their phones. If your text is too small on mobile, go back to Canva and increase the font size. And in my case, it's readable. Once it looks good, click on next to apply your ASIN. Grab the ASIN from your KDP bookshelf, or you can also go to Amazon, scroll down here, and here you will have your ASIN. Copy that, go there and click on search ASIN, and then we will apply content. If you have done that, you can then scroll up, then click on review and submit. You can have a one last look, check if everything is all right, then click on submit for approval. And as you see here, you're submitting your content to Amazon for review and publication. It can take up to 7 business days for your content to be reviewed, and if approved, up to 24 hours for it to appear on the detail page after it is publish. So it can take up to 1 week to review my content and up to 24 hours to go live. Click on submit for approval. Nice. If it's finished and it's live, then you will also get an email. Then you can check it on Amazon. So let us bring it all together. A+ content is no longer optional. It is the only way to show buyers what's inside your book, especially if you publish low content or no content books. Stop treating it like a second description. Start treating it like a visual sales pitch. I have shown you 4 blocks. The hook grabs attention. If you remember, the value communicates your strongest selling point, and the proof shows the real interior. And last but not least, the closer seals the deal. So you can either use it building it in on Canva for free or use AI to cut the time in half. Either way, you now have the exact framework that the top performing listings use. Your next book listing deserves to convert. Go build your A+ content today. I will see you in the next one.